Hey everyone, I'm Stuart Gibbs. I'm the author of the Moonbase Alpha series, the Fun Jungle series, the Once Upon a Tim series, and the Spy School series. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I'm going to share a little bit of my newest book in that series, Spy School Goes Wild. Now, this is the 12th book in the series, and this one, Ben Ripley, our hero, has ended up in probably the worst trouble he's ended up in yet. He's had yet another mission go sideways in a bad way, but this time he's ended up lost in the wilderness in Africa, and he's not with any of his friends, his fellow spies, who have usually been able to come to his aid in the past. Instead, he's kind of on his own. The only other person he's with is Murray Hill, his arch nemesis. And Murray is not really a nice guy to begin with, and he's certainly not the kind of guy you'd want to get stuck in the wilderness with. So I'm actually going to read to you a little scene from this point where Ben and Murray are stuck in the wilderness together. They've just come across a pride of very hungry lions, and here's how they deal with that. "Ben!" Murray cried. "There are lions over there!" I had noticed. Only 20 yards away, 3 female lions stood atop a large rock outcropping, watching us intently. One licked her lips hungrily. "They're looking at us like we're dinner," Murray wheezed. "What do we do?" "I don't know." Murray wheeled on me. "You're supposed to be the smart one. How can you not know?" "This hasn't been covered in my survival classes. We haven't done lions yet. We've mostly focused on bears." "Some help you are." One of the lionesses crouched lower, as though she were preparing to spring into action. The other 2 followed her lead. Murray snatched a rock off the ground and prepared to throw it, but I caught his arm before he could. "You can't fend them off with a rock," I warned. "Well, I've got to do something. We're about 30 seconds from being supper." Murray pulled away from me and flung the rock. Murray was as bad at throwing things as he was at running. The rock didn't go anywhere near the lions. Instead, it ricocheted off a nearby tree and hit Murray in the shoulder. "Ouch!" he wailed. The lions suddenly pricked up their ears, as though they had heard something. They looked at one another. Until that point, I hadn't known that lions could look worried, but that certainly appeared to be the case. Then they all turned and ran away. "Look at that," Murray announced proudly. "I scared them off." "I don't think so," I said, although the truth was I didn't know that for sure. I threw the rock, and they ran. Simple cause and effect. "They were obviously terrified by my show of strength," Murray said. "That was a display of horrible coordination," I told him. "If anything, that should have made them realize that we were no threat at all." "Okay, Tarzan, if they weren't scared of me, then what were they scared of?" Heavy footsteps thumped on the ground behind us. I turned around to find a very large hippopotamus coming our way. "That," I said weakly. Even though I wasn't fully up to speed on African wilderness survival, I did know a few things. And one of those was that hippos were extremely dangerous. They were territorial, aggressive, and unpredictable, and thus harmed far more humans in Africa every year than lions. They also left the water in evenings to graze. This one appeared to have recently done that. It was still dripping, indicating there was a water source close by that we hadn't noticed. It looked to be about the size and weight of a family sedan, and its body was fat and round. It was shaped kind of like a watermelon with legs. It paused when it saw us, then glared at us with its beady eyes. Murray burst into laughter. "You think the lions were afraid of that? That's just a hippo." "Hippos are very deadly," I warned. "How could that sack of lard possibly be deadly? What's it going to do, sit on us?" "It could trample us." "It can barely walk. Get out of here, Tubby." Murray snatched up another rock. "No!" I shouted. Murray ignored me and heaved the rock at the hippo. For once in his life, he actually managed to hit what he was aiming at. In fact, his aim was horrifyingly perfect. The rock didn't merely glance off the hippo's side. It bonked the creature right between the eyes. The hippo did not appreciate this at all. It snorted in anger and opened its mouth to reveal some surprisingly sharp teeth, several of which were well over a foot long. Then it made the scariest noise I have ever heard an animal utter. It sounded like an evil laugh, the kind of laugh that you hear in horror movies, coming from killer clowns or chainsaw-wielding psychos, only even more frightening, a disturbingly deep and resonant whoa-oh-oh-oh. Murray went pale, instantly realizing that he had made a mistake. Whoops! The hippo charged us. We ran for our lives. So that's Spy School Goes Wild. I don't think I did the hippo justice. If you want, you should find some go online, find recordings of what a hippo sounds like. It's actually really kind of scary. It's not it's like whoa. I can't do it. Find it, look it up, do a little research, find out what a hippo actually sounds like, and you realize that they're pretty scary sounding. Anyhow, I hope you do that. I hope you learn a little bit about some African wildlife, and please check out Spy School Goes Wild.